What you mean? Woo! You thought it was finished. You thought it was over. You thought it retired. You thought it was fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Panthers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Seahawks, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. First and 10, it's Wilson. And his first look is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 19. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Newton on first down. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Room here to run. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Newton on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw on second down is Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik McDowell in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Newton now to throw. And able to find Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. First down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second down following the run. Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Luke Kuechly in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Luke Kuechly in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K'Wan Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, Wilson throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And now here's a carry heading left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
11 more on that one and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And tough starting field position here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And he'll give it here to his running back. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Stewart, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. To throw on third down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to the ground now with Stewart. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the red zone now, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On second and 10, Newton. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. is Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 9-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So it'll be first down here after the run. They run again with Carson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Newton. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now Stewart on first down. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Newton on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw for Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down following the incompletion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Newton. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a good hit there and knocked down hard near the 48-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, it's Newton. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The play clock's running down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They run it with Carson, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second down, 9 yards to go. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jaron Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were